And again, these are questions we have to ask. Well, why?
But once you get a control and an understanding of who you are, no one can use you against you. No one can ever use your mental illness against you. You've already spoke about it. So what you got?
The biggest point in life to resolve mental health is like giving a fuck about a person.
Where did you get the courage? I got the courage. The 2 words. I care.
It's Chill Will Radio, where connections will be made, advice will be given, jokes will be told, and things will get real. My name is Willis Cooks, and I'm your host. But understand this show is not meant to be used as a substitute for a relationship with a licensed mental health professional. Enjoy the show, y'all.
This is literally my favorite song.
It is?
Yeah, for some reason I like when you play this one.
Oh, look at that. I guess I'll make sure I remember to do it.
Yes.
Keep it on fucking temperature so you can make sure you hear correctly.
Yes.
All the little vibes. Anyway, Tia.
Hi.
What's the deal, yo?
Hi.
What's the deal, yo? You doing okay?
Nothing much. Still at my house.
Your house is junky?
No, it's actually clean. I cleaned it up last night. Did a deep clean since I'm home now officially from being lit for my birthday and my cousin's wedding.
You got a couch? You got a couch and stuff at home?
Yeah.
So I can come over now because you never.
Oh yeah, when I first moved in, I didn't have any of that stuff. Now I have like a futon bed and a couch, and I've had multiple people stay at my house at this point. So yeah, you can come now.
I was one of the first ones to be like, yo, I want to come over.
You can come now. If you want to, it's just far. You know, I live close.
I sleep on the couch?
Yep.
Okay, good.
You can come crash on my couch.
It's
sure big too, so.
Okay, cool. You just make sure you don't have no guy over there while I'm there, because I don't want to hear y'all having sex in the room.
Ew, I don't do that.
Yeah, that face you gave me was a complete lie.
I don't live that lifestyle.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Don't.
Not at all.
Any booty calls, if I'm there, ain't no booty calls.
I was annoyed because at my cousin's wedding, there wasn't no single guys. There was one, but other than that, they let me down. And I caught the bouquet.
I mean, you're supposed to go to, if you got a little boo thing, you're supposed to go to your weddings with your boo thing, right?
Right. But there was supposed to be, according to my new cousin Christian, there was supposed to be several single gentlemen there, and he failed me. I'm like, you can't come into the family without an offering, bruh. Like, you just gonna walk in here without a proper offering? Like, no.
I mean, shit, you was gonna go there with somebody.
I was. That's
So,
beside the point.
They would have thought some of these dudes that went, they probably this probably was just a date. Like, it probably wasn't nothing serious.
Yeah. Do you think that when Tanisha comes down the aisle, you'll cry? Or are you going to have like a regular wedding?
I'm not a crier, so I know I won't cry.
She got to turn around and go back then.
In terms of like wedding, I want like a destination wedding.
Okay. My cousin's wedding was pretty. It was in Temecula.
Okay.
At this place called Los Willows. And he cried. Like as soon as she walked down, she was very pretty. So he cried. It was pretty.
I mean, like,
emotional.
It's just all in how you feel about marriage. Like, weddings and shit. Like, for me, it's just like, we get married. Okay, we married.
We married now. It was big, though. All my cousins came out, and it's like the first time in a long time that all of my cousins have been in the same room. I forgot how lit we were. Like, we're all like, it was a function for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We were all lit. So shout out to my cousin though, and her new husband, Mr. and Mrs. Scott. Shout out to them. It was a lit wedding. I was a lit bridesmaid, and I caught the bouquet.
That's the bridesmaid you need to go to have some fun.
Oh yeah, I was the one. I kept it lit the whole time.
Exactly. No, it's good though. As long as the bride has some nice looking bridesmaid, it should be all good.
She did. One of them was my aunt, but her other friends had gotten married in the same year. So she was in like 3 other weddings this year, and then she got married. She was the last one, I think.
Okay, cool.
So no, but I don't think I'm gonna have like a big wedding at all. I just want a big reception.
I don't. I used to want like a very big wedding. I used to want like a really big wedding, and like I had my shit all planned out and everything. But the older I get, the more I realize like
it's exhausting.
Yeah, not even it's exhausting, but like I can use that money for other things. Like
right.
Let me instead of spending
expensive.
all this money for this one day, let me spend all that money for this.
Put a down payment on a house. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, because these weddings really be down payments for shits. Like
they really do, because you think
real.
upwards $10,000 is 3.5% of a $350,000 house.
Yeah.
So
for real, it'd be. Woo-wee.
But I will have a lit reception, that's for sure. I want food trucks and everything at my reception.
I mean, yeah,
because I want everyone to be drunk by the time they're leaving. So I want them to have like food trucks so that they can function. Taco Man. I want a Taco Man. I want the In-N-Out truck. I want the grilled cheese truck.
In-N-Out for real.
For real. Like that is my dream for my reception.
I gotta respect it.
So y'all come and get ready to be lit.
Okay, hey, In-N-Out at Tia's wedding,
It's gonna be lit. The TGN gonna be there. They could podcast from the wedding and everything.
Live at Tia's wedding. We are here.
Live here. We out here lit. Yep, lit. But on the opposite end, our topic is actually not about staying married or being married. It's about cheating in peace.
Yeah, cheating in peace. Break that down to me, yo.
So cheating in peace is a Tamar Braxton term. She coined it on her show, but it basically means like, I have a lot of girls that call me and be like, oh, my man is cheating and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so are you going to leave? And they'll be like, oh, no, I just, no. So then if you're not going to leave that man alone and let him do what he's going to do, because you're going to stay. And he's going to continue to do and be who he is, because there's no consequences for the actions. You're just like, okay, well, he cheated. That's it. That's why I feel like so many people get cheated on, because they're willing to accept the cheating, So I just feel like if somebody is going to cheat and you're not going to do anything about it, then leave them alone.
So from that definition, it's very dismissive.
Okay.
I don't care. For a fact, like, bitch, I'm trying to come at you on some like, man, my little boo thing cheating, and your first thing, well, what you gonna do? Just let me be hurt. Like, I'm hurt. Like, I love this nigga.
But you're not gonna do anything about it.
But you need to know.
Yes.
Me be hurt. Let me be hurt. Don't sit there and be like,
you know what? If he cheated on you once, if this is the first time, then maybe yes, I'll be more willing. But if he keeps cheating on you and you keep coming to talk to me about it, then figure it out. Don't come to me.
So that means we you don't shut it down.
I am.
I wonder like because like I have friends that be coming at me with their problems with their guys and their problems with their girls, and I be like, yo, bruh, like this happened about 30 times already, bro. Stop coming at me with this shit.
So why am I dismissive?
Because if it happened about 30, 40 times, some stuff like that, I bet. Get it. Like, yo, fuck up. Like, for sure. But I think when it comes to cheating or fucking some domestic violence stuff or
that's different.
Constantly lying. No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not, because
it is.
The reason why it's not, because it is hard for a woman. It's hard for people. Let's not just say women, because men be getting their ass beat on too, especially in these homosexual relationships. Like they be getting fucked up, right? That, but it's. I've come across a lot of people who they just choose not to get out of the relationship. They accept it, just like they've accepted the cheating. They've accepted getting beat on, right? Sometimes, obviously, like, yeah, I can't get out of this relationship because he's going to kill me if I get out of this relationship.
That's why I said it's different. That is beside the point, and you know that.
But yeah, I know that. That's why I had to say that.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's different.
I know you're like, Willis, shut the fuck up. I know you know, Willis. Like, I get that for a fact. I get that. However, it's just like constantly coming at you about problems in a relationship and you're not changing. You're not changing the behavior. That's all it is. Whether it be some DV stuff, whether it be guy cheating, whether it be the guy lying, whether it be the guy like just dirty as hell, or even with the girl doing all of these things, right? What are you doing in order to hold that person accountable for the negative behaviors they're doing, right?
So then if they're not going to hold that person accountable, do I need to sit here and listen every time he does it?
You don't, but you also don't need to dismiss him.
I'm not dismissing anybody, but I'm also saying that you are enabling that behavior. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's okay. Maybe he'll change. Like, no, you are a part of the problem.
He cheated because of you.
No, not because of you. He cheated because of
baby,
whatever.
that's why he cheated.
No, but you are enabling him. It's just like substance abuse and other things.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be straight up with people when they're enabling. If you're enabling and then you want to come and complain about a person's behavior, you're just as liable as the person that is doing it.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like I'm not going to dismiss you completely, especially if the first time or you have feelings about it or it's a dangerous situation and you can't leave. But if he's cheating on you and you talk about it with me and you're saying, but, you know, I'm just going to stay because you have self-esteem issues or whatever, that is not a good, viable reason for you to have to stay with somebody. And I feel like you're putting yourself in a space where, you know, we got to be stronger than that, because that's the problem with this behavior, with especially with women. Like, people say, well, you know, you just got to give people the benefit of the doubt, or you don't want to end up by yourself, or what about having kids or being married? We should not have to stand for things just because of the fear of being alone. You got to do better for yourself. You have to want better for yourself. So no, I don't want to hear it if he keeps cheating on you. I don't want to hear it, because you're just going to keep letting him do it. Let him proceed and deal. Like, let the man.
So she just got to take it. Just like, all right, well, I ain't gonna do nothing. So go ahead and fuck these other girls.
That's how I feel. Because you're not gonna do anything. Let's keep it 1,000. I have friends who come and tell me all the time, Tia, I think he's cheating or whatever, blah blah blah. And I ask them, okay, so then you this has happened before. This has happened more than once. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, we're gonna have a conversation and we're gonna figure it out. And okay. Well, then why are you getting mad that he's doing it then? Because you know that you're going to stay with him whether he's doing it or whether he's not doing it. You're not going anywhere. So he's not going to take you like serious. So I'm not going to sit here and baby somebody and be like, oh, well, you know, you just need to. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Call that dismissive, but I ain't. I'm not going to enable.
All it takes is for me to come across a girl who I don't even want to say accepts, but like, it's kind of codependent on me being her man.
Mm-hmm.
And she's okay with me cheating. You know, that's what it is.
There are plenty of girls that are. Plenty of them that are willing to just accept it so that they don't have to be by themselves. Because for them, being by themselves is more painful than having someone who treats them like crap.
So what a girl got to do for her to be able to get out there?
You got to be okay with,
because it's obviously deeper than just leaving.
Right. You got to be okay with accepting like loneliness. And I hate to say it like that, but I know in my situation, I didn't want to be disrespected. Like, I didn't want somebody going around claiming that they love me, posting me on their socials, and then disrespecting me behind my back. Mm-hmm. So I knew that I was worth more than that. And so to me, it was like, okay, I'll take being single and having self-love than somebody out here making a fool of me. Because I could go through my DMs right now and call out so many men who have hit me up trying to smash or trying to talk or trying to whatever. And they out there telling their girlfriends how much they love them and their wives how much they love them. And I'm like, okay, so if that's where you want to stay and that's where you want to be, then you got to accept whatever he gives you at this point. Because you're not making any changes. You're not doing anything to stop it. You're just complaining. And he's just like, okay, whatever. I'm going to keep doing me. I just won't get caught next time, you know? So no, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for, I hate to say it, but for women, because I feel like women don't stick up for themselves because they're afraid of being alone. Like they're just afraid. And it drives me crazy. Like we are owed more than that. So no, Tia don't want to hear. Now, if this is the first time, the second time, okay. But after the third time, I'm good.
Why do you think women are afraid of being alone though? You think, especially in this generation, right? Especially this generation of chicks, think they're really afraid to be alone? Because you ain't afraid to be alone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I'm a part of different groups and stuff like that. And absolutely, that's the main thing is that they're afraid, you know, because we're pushed so heavily to have kids and get married and stuff like that. Like at my cousin's wedding, that was the first question that most people asked me. So when are you getting married?
Mhm.
Are you in a
I hear that
relationship?
shit all the time with me and Tanisha. That shit annoys the fuck out of me.
It hurt. And it's hurtful sometimes to have to hear that all the time because I'm like, I'm getting a doctorate degree. I have my own business. Like, luckily for me, more people know who I am and we're talking about that then. But there were several questions at my cousin's wedding. When are you getting married? So you're up next.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what if I never wanted to get married? What if I never wanted to have kids?
What if you just want to be that auntie?
What if I wanted to be my cousin's baby's auntie, which I absolutely do and cannot wait for them to have kids,
Yeah.
but they want to have kids, you know, that's their next goal. But I just feel like there's so much pressure on women specifically to like, or couples too, to like have a baby or get married or whatever. And I just feel like that leads, especially women, to feel like they can't function without having a relationship, even if the relationship is not good,
Mhm.
you know? So that's why I said I can't enable that of like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, you gotta be stronger than that.
I mean, yeah. Also, like I 1000% agree with you in terms of like me as your friend. I'm not finna enable or hear out your bullshit when you keep
No,
this guy
I ain't.
or keep going back to this girl that's doing all this reckless stuff, right? I'm
Right.
I'm the guy or I'm the friend that's gonna tell you it's your fault that he cheating. Like you have sent it out telling him that, hey, it's okay that if you cheat, I may get mad, but I'm not gonna leave you. So that guy just like, all right, I'll let her be in her little feelings. I go ahead and I love you, baby.
Move
Tell her the
on.
typical, you know, blah blah blah, and then go on about my day. Go fuck
Right.
go fuck with baby butt cheeks. Like
Baby butt cheeks.
it is what it is, you
No,
know.
I'm kidding.
But I think when it comes to, I think it's just deeper than like letting that chick cheat in peace. I just think it's also okay if the individual is struggling with leaving the relationship. Let's just assess the reason why you're struggling with leaving the relationship. Let's not assess why you stand. Let's not assess this guy or whatever. Let's just assess like, okay, what is it about being single that you're not fucking with? Like, what is it? Because it's not this guy. It's not this guy. He can have like the best dick in the world. Well, that could be different, but like he can have the best dick you ever had in your life. That shit could turn women into a fucking animal. But
what if you've done all that assessment and there's still no moves made?
then it's like, all right, sweetheart.
Let him cheat in peace.
It's not even. It's like, yeah, like, but it's more so like we have to talk about things outside of cheating, right? We have to talk about things outside of cheating. Sometimes taking the direct approach doesn't work for people. Sometimes you have to go around, right? And it all depends if you even want to do it. Like, you may not have the energy, may not even want to go that route. Cool.
I don't.
But if you want to sit there and like, okay, cool, we not talking about the cheating shit, but let me ask you a question. Like you said, what are you afraid of? Or like, yo, why can't you be alone? Or blah blah blah. Those sorts of things, right? We're just gonna talk around the subject. We're not gonna talk about it directly because that shit gets annoying after time. Like, bitch, stop coming at me with your tears. Like, because in 2 weeks you're gonna be sucking nigga dick. Like,
but when I say let him cheat in peace, I'm dismissive. But you just said,
yo, my name is Willis Jerome Cooks. When I say things, it comes off a little bit better. I just want to tell you that because you came off. You
used your middle name too. Wow!
You didn't give no context to nothing. You just said if the guy's cheating, let him cheat and leave him alone.
I said it like more than one time.
Yeah,
but
after I said it was dismissive. Like, nah, you gotta.
I think because you're not used to me being like the straightforward. You're the straightforward one. You're the one that sugarcoat. All right, you're the one that doesn't sugarcoat. I do.
Man, look, it's not. You didn't give any context. That's
I did give context
after I said, "Yep."
Because you brought up domestic violence. But aside from that, yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not going to do anything about it or if you're going to go right back. And I feel like that's dangerous, too, because if you know that he's actively cheating or, well, we're talking men, but even women, like, the possibility of, like, catching something is higher. Like, all of that. It's just, I I don't know, but I'm a different breed too because I left a
Let me ask
cheater
you a question.
like actively.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Me and you are dating, right? Me and you are dating, and we both know we ain't got nothing. Then all of a sudden, you get something. You breaking up with me?
Absolutely. If I didn't get it myself, heck yeah. How would I get it? Other than if I wasn't like involved in with someone else outside of
I
it.
ain't cheat on you though, baby.
You full of crap, but okay. No, we're not. I broke up with my ex at the very mere thought that he was cheating, and he was, but the mere thought of it was like, you gotta go. Like, I don't want you in my space, like all of that. And y'all are not good at cheating. So like we start knowing that you're doing stuff because you start acting funny. Like we know your patterns. Like if we've been with you for so many years and we know your patterns, you start acting funny. Girl, I'm already on to you. Like already. So to me, like when I did it, like I was already like, all right, bro, like I already noticed you're doing something stupid. You're coming home late. You're leaving in the middle of the night. Like, how dumb do you think I am?
I mean, like, yeah, you making clear, like
you're stupid.
I don't know. I don't have the energy to cheat. If I was gonna cheat, I'll just like break up with you.
I've never cheated, but I think I would get away with it if I did. Like I really do.
All women think that
I'm
shit.
a player. No,
all women think that shit, dog.
I do. I really do.
Just like the masterminds when it comes to infidelity. Like all women think that shit.
Because women, when men cheat, the women that they're cheating on usually catch feels, right? I don't catch feels. So I could cheat and like never hit you up, never talk to you, nothing until it's time to do what I gotta do. So I'm a player.
All women think that. It's okay. Let me ask you a question though.
What?
Is it okay? And I get this a lot by like my homegirls at work, and they like they hate the fact that like this happens. So like, like in my relationship, and because I hear this all the fucking time at work, it's like annoying. Like in my relationship, right? And I guess it's like I kind of it ain't cheating in pieces. I'm not cheating, but like let the guy do what the guy gonna do type of thing. I have tons of homegirls, and I hang out with my homegirls. Even though I'm in a full-blown relationship, I hang out with my homegirls, right? We be chilling sometimes, right? We're not chilling like at 4, 5, 6 in the morning type shit, but we chilling, we hanging out, you know. Is that wrong? Do you feel like your man can't have female friends and he can't go hang out with his female friends?
Oh no, I'm perfectly okay with that. If I know them.
What if you don't know them? Like you don't intentionally not know them. It's just like this is a new chick.
It's just new person.
It's a new homegirl.
I've never had an issue with men hanging out with girls because I'm one of those girls that like men will hang out with. Like I have a lot of male friends, like my homeboy who just passed away, like really close to him. So I don't get uncomfortable with it unless like when I do meet the person, like I'm getting like a vibe. But I also know how I am. Like I'm a very flirtatious person just by nature. And so I could see why other girls wouldn't want me like around their men sometimes because I'm very like, hey, like, you know, I'm a little extra. So for me, I don't really care if my man has female friends. Like I don't mind it. I've had my, one of my favorite exes actually has a female friend that he was really close to. Her name is Asia. Hey, Asia. And she and I ended up becoming friends because she was friends. That was his best friend. So no, I don't really care. But I also know that like there are women out there that are like me that might be just by nature, like super flirty type, you know? So I have to be careful about that. That's why I always introduce myself to like the girlfriend first. And I had a situation like that happened like a couple weeks ago. I was at an event and there was a guy who's like my cousin was there, and I walked up to him and just hugged him and didn't realize that his girlfriend was standing right there. And I had never.
Oh, you foul.
I was so embarrassed, and I was like, "Oh
yeah, that looked bad. That looked bad.
It was bad, but because he's like family, like our families literally are like cool. I walked up to him and hugged him, and I didn't even know he had a girlfriend at the time. So when I walked up to him and hugged him, this girl like looked at me, and I'm like, oh, like you know, I'm Tia, like it's my huh? Yeah, and she looked at me, and he just hugged me, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me a girl was standing there? Like But in his mind too, he's like, you're like my cousin. Like we're like cousins. Like we literally spent like most of our young years together. So when I see him, it's all love. But then I didn't realize his girlfriend was standing there. So I introduced myself to her and it was all good. But I'm just that type of person. I'm a hug person. So I have to be aware of that in my own mind.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay, I'm good with that. That because I come across a lot of like females or coworkers and people that I know that's just like, oh, my boyfriend or my husband, they not having female friends or they not allowed to have female friends. I'm like, yo, you stupid. You're a very insecure mindset.
Yeah,
you're insecure. You just have to blah, blah. I'm like, nah. You can't sit there and control the guy because that's the one thing about me and like in a relationship that I'm in. Like I'm extremely big on like freedom. You can go out and hang out with any guy you want. I'm gonna hang out with female friends. Obviously, there's gonna be like boundaries in place. Obviously, I'm not gonna be out here fucking doing all this reckless shit and whatever, right? But at the same token, it's just like I just can't allow you to tell me who I can and can't.
Yeah. But it's also up to the other person's job to make sure that like the person at least knows like there's some level of comfort, like it's an equal requirement. I
gotta put it out there. Like, I gotta let the person know. Like my homegirl, like my girlfriend knows there are specific women in my life that I will always be friends with and that I will always hang out with. And you know that you ain't never in life gonna tell me you can't hang out with this chick.
Yeah. And like Tanisha is cool with me. Like I was afraid that she was gonna be like, oh, like she's too much or whatever. But we're cool, like because you made that introduction early and was like, this is Tia, like she's gonna be my new co-host. And now I adore Tanisha. Like I literally love her. We talk aside from you, like all kinds of stuff because we cool like that. Nope.
What shall we talk about?
Tanisha is my wife. Like
we
when
gotta
you
wrap this show
her,
up.
I'm gonna marry
your
y'all.
whole girl and your girl and your whole girl can't be having fucking conversations on the side.
Anyway, I love her, but that was because you made that introduction early, and there was always respect. I wasn't trying to step on her toes or anything, and now I adore her life. Like I told you, I'm your like secret second wife. Like I'm married to you and her.
At the end of the day, men and women can be friends. Women and men can't be friends. It's just about the boundaries that are going to be put up.
Boundaries.
I'm trying to control your significant other's lives by saying who they can and can't hang out with. Like that's not what
it ain't gonna work anyway.
It ain't. Let that person be him. Let her be her. Like it is what it is. You know, you gotta have trust. And people always say, "I trust you," but I don't trust him.
You lie.
I get that. I get that. I get that. I was in a situation in which like I trusted my girl, but that I didn't. Niggas be niggas sometimes. Sometimes niggas just don't give a fuck, right? So I get that, but it's also on you as a woman to put up those boundaries. You as the man to put up those boundaries, put up those red lines, that red tape, all that good shit, right? If you don't, then hey, you're allowing doors to be opened and you're allowing lust to kind of take over.
Yeah, and you could be missing out on a cool little girlfriend too. You know. Yeah. Let it be open. Like you could be missing out on a friend.
Hey,
so
that's what it is.
So let people cheat in peace. I said it. I'm not changing my thoughts. That's where I'm at.
All right, don't be enabling bullshit behavior. Is what she's talking about. Yeah,
and don't come and talk to me about it if you're an enabler.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear it.
All right, y'all. It's all good. I appreciate y'all for listening, tuning in to this good show, to the Good News Radio. Tia looking all a little lovely over there with her little headband.
I look like crap, so thank you.
I don't know. I just see you through a screen. So, at the end of the day, everybody be good. Everybody be great. Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, remember, ain't no wealth without your mental health, y'all. So please stay blessed. Take care of yourself. Be great, y'all. Peace.